You ready? All right.
Live.
From the Queen City studio.
With the Deacon live.
Right now. Ready? Yes.
Welcome back, guys. Oh. Try that again. Stop.
From the Queen City studio.
With the Deacon live.
Right now. Ready? Yes.
Welcome back, guys. On today's show, I am officially an old person. Gone are the days are the romance novels, and turn your Thanksgiving leftovers into something that gets you high, ? And my review on the Disney Plus show, The Mandarin. And I don't know if you guys are going to be happy with me or not happy with me, but nonetheless, I'm going to do a review on that as well. How are you? Are you ready? Everyone's gone. I'm hoping everyone's gone. You packed up and everything. You packed up all your Thanksgiving stuff, and now you're bringing down, hopefully, all your Christmas stuff. So Christmas is coming around the corner here. And don't forget, we are doing a New Year's Eve show. And what we're going to do, what a lot of people do on New Year's Eve, is they do resolutions. I'm gonna get trimmer. I'm not gonna do this as much. I'm not gonna do that as much. I'm gonna do all this other stuff. Or I'm not gonna do as much stuff. And no one sticks to that. And then at the middle of the year, you're like going, how'd those go? And you're like going, it kind of sucked. It fell through. But what we do here on DeaconLIve is we actually do predictions. And for 2020, and you can say the generic stuff you can take out, the president stuff or any politics. I'm talking about like just normal predictions. For example, one year I said that we were going to have a second, on one radio show I worked at, I said we're going to have a second shuttle explosion or shuttle catastrophe or something at NASA or something. And sure enough, that's when the Columbia entered, not when I said it. Oh, great. Now I got the Secret Service showing up at my door here. But I said, because of NASA has gone so long since the Challenger, I think something else is going to happen. And sure enough, that year, the Columbia unfortunately disintegrated as it came into the... Not necessarily those kind of predictions, just predictions, let's say, like... I don't know. I want to hear from you guys. And when you guys... Well, Deacon, how do you get to hear from us? Well, what you do is go to ProphetRadio.com and click on the Be Heard section. There's a little blue bar. I'm going to switch that so it's a little bit easier. A lot of people, I don't know if it shows up on their feeds and stuff, but click on Be Heard. Right now it's a little blue bar. And click on that, opens up a microphone. Send a message right here, saying that I think all cats are going to be banned in the United States. In 2020, that's what we'll do. In 2020, I think that all cars are supposed to be blue. In 2020, autonomous vehicles will be the only thing that we can get a hold of. That thing. So I want you to say that's the way I want you to approach it. Hi, Deacon. Hi, DeaconLIve. In 2020, my prediction is blank. Got it? That's your format. So make it quick, make it easy, and if you want to leave us messages later on, that's fine. And we'll play it on the New Year's Eve live show that we do here every year. And we'll do our predictions as well. And because of that, our New Year's Eve show is being sponsored by a company called nakedwines.com, and they're giving us a $100 wine voucher to give to someone at random. And the way you do that is just to click on the Be Heard section, get those entries in before December 20th, and then you can hear your voice here on the live podcast, and also get a chance to win a $100 wine voucher as well. And we'll get that right out to you. December 20th this year, 2019. Lots of wine, right? Let's do that. So it's cold outside. Hey, baby, it's cold outside. Haven't really heard a whole lot of stink yet as far as Christmas songs, Christmas problems, Christmas whatever. Hold on. You know, I think, you know, you always heard as soon as like the Christmas song started playing. Last year, the big stink was It's Cold Outside. They said the song was kind of rapey. They said the song, you needed to be changed and stuff. And then what happened? Same thing with the Charlie Brown thing. You know, Charlie Brown, Thanksgiving, they got Franklin sitting on the one side of the table. Everyone was up in arms. Why is the black kid sitting on one side of the table? And then guess what? That went away. And this year, Thanksgiving thing, Charlie Brown played again. He's still on that side of the table. Now, last year, also at Christmas time, everyone was up in arms and stinking. They had nothing. Damn it, we need something to complain about. We need something to complain about in the media. We need to make a stand. We need to make a fight. We need to do all this stuff. What can we... Christmas music. What offends us about Christmas music? Well, it's the whole stupid, Baby It's Cold Outside. Guess what? This year, they're still playing it. They're still playing it. Now, now, granted, they're not playing it as much. And I think there's a couple artists that took liberal, what do they call it? Licensing, as far as changing the words a little bit. I did it again. There we go. Yeah, they've changed the words a little bit. But still, it's not the front line. It's not the front page news. It's not the buzz ticker that everyone gets. It's not getting you the click hits, and nobody's up in arms. You know why? Here's my opinion why. If you're listening to us right now, what's been headlining the news right now outside of the impeachment? You know, everyone's still talking about that, and nothing's really happening with that as well. The Greta Thunberg. She's Times Person of the Year. And then the, what's her name? Rapapino? The lady from the soccer. See, I don't even know. That's how much I follow it. I should follow it, but I don't. Megan Perpino, she is the one with the purple hair, and they had the whole entire ladies soccer team as the athletes of the year for Time Magazine. So, and then I guess if you just kind of throw that on, sprinkle that news onto people, the people who are getting up in arms, it kind of, you know, puts that fire out a little bit, and they kind of calm down a little bit. You're not really hearing a whole lot of, we're up in arms because of this. Now, one thing on a local level, I'm hearing a lot of stories that are coming across the net here as far as people are complaining about. Now, this is so stupid. Now people are complaining about in their neighborhoods, if you have an HOH, that your decorations are going up too soon. It's not even, you know, people were complaining back right after Thanksgiving. You can't put your decorations up. It's too soon. Says who? Says the HOH. All right, so what do we do? Is there a deadline? Can you give me a schedule? I will follow the schedule if you give me a schedule. Now, we don't live in an HOH here. We live on a 20-some-odd acre ranch. And for those of you just tuning in for the first time, a ranch, we call it a ranch because it's part farm, part ranch. We have chickens, we have horses, we have cows, we have ducks, we have cats, we have dogs, we have all that stuff. And then we also have a crop that we produce here. Sometimes it's corn, sometimes it's soybeans, sometimes it's corn beans or whatever that we have on that side of the property. But for the most part, it's a ranch. It's a combination of the two words. But, you know, we put our Christmas lights out, and it's just me and my wife. We live here. I say by ourselves. You know, we have neighbors and stuff. But we don't have family that comes up and visits us. So we just decorate the house with nice, I know this sounds real cheap and chintzy, but it works. It works for out here in the rural area. You've seen those posts that you put in the ground and that's got like the 1,000 points of light, and it hits the house and they roll and they twinkle and they sprinkle and they twist and they blink and they turn and all that. Well, that's what we have. We have that here because for us to, get out all the actual incandescent lights, now they have LED lights. Home Depot normally does like a buyback or a credit back if you bring your incandescent light bulbs, and you get like $1 or $2 off your LED lights. We have LED lights. But, for us to get out there and put them out there on the bushes and up in the trees, and it's not a neighborhood thing. We are literally, 500 yards from this house and 200 yards from that house on a road that really doesn't get a whole lot of traffic. Now, we do decorate just so when we come home, we feel festive. It feels nice. It feels great. You feel when it's cold outside. Oh, God, there I go with the song. But, when you get into that holiday spirit, we want the house to give us that holiday spirit instead of being the bah humbug house on the street or the main thoroughfare that we have here on the front. So, yeah, people are complaining about putting up decorations too soon. So we're complaining about people putting up decorations too soon, but we're not complaining about as soon as the Halloween candy's gone, you got 3 days of Thanksgiving or fall decorations, and then they bombard the stores with all the holiday decorations. I mean, you can't have it both ways. You can't say, all right, let's say Tom and Mary, you are not allowed, Walmart, you're not allowed to put any decorations up. F you, we're $1 million business, a multi-billion-dollar business. What are you going to do about it, Tom and Mary? All right, well, let's focus our energy somewhere else. Who can we complain about? How about the people in our neighborhood? Damn it. Teresa gets a bad rap all the time. Mike and Teresa, you are not allowed to put your things up. Well, what makes you say they can't? Well, we're part of the HOA, the Homeowners Association, and our bylaws say that you're not allowed to put those up. So, damn it, we're making a stand. We're standing for our rights and blah, blah, blah. We're angry and rah, 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 rah. Didn't you guys come over and drink tequila with us on Halloween while we handed out Halloween candy in our neighborhood there, Tom and Mary? Well, yes, Mike and Teresa, we did. Hey, shut the fuck up then. Go mind your own business for a while, Double standard, double-edged sword, whatever you want to call it. But that's the way we are. That's just, we have to complain about something. We have to, I guess it makes us feel alive. How about being nice to someone? How about being really, really nice to someone? That'll make you feel alive too. But no, this is the only time of year. And again, it's part of my conspiracy where the government gets you. And granted, government has no control of, well, do they? Religion has everything to do with the birth of the story. I'm getting way down to a rabbit hole that you don't want to go down into. And I don't want to bring you there because it's going to get crazy. Now, we're just coming out of Thanksgiving. So, have you got any turkey left? Are you still eating on that? Oh, that's going to be kind of scary. Now, if you're still eating on it, well, or if you have any left, don't throw it away yet. Don't throw it away yet. Because when we come back, I'm going to tell you how to get really high off your leftovers. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back. You're listening to Deacon Live. You can give us a call anytime at 407-448-8800. We are live from the Queen City studio located in Marshville, a beautiful little town just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina. Make sure you follow us on all our social networks, and the way you do that is go to ProphetRadio, PROPHET radio.com, and you can see all our social scrolls, our social network stuff. Click on that. We're on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and all that stuff as well. And make sure you get your predictions. We do our 2020 predictions. We don't do resolutions. We do predictions here on DeaconLIve. Get those in before December 20th, and you can be heard on the New Year's Eve show of DeaconLIve and a chance to win a $100 wine voucher from nakedwines.com. We'll get that out to you right away, and a person will be chosen at random. Now, we were talking about getting high off Thanksgiving stuff. Now, if you still have leftovers in your kitchen, even if it's frozen, you're okay. But, you know, times get busy and you get, you go straight from Thanksgiving back to work and you forget that turkey, that stuffed potatoes, mashed potatoes and stuffing in the back of the refrigerator. You forget about those sometimes. And then you go back in there and you're like, oh, wonder if this is still good. Now, here's just a small little breakdown. I'm going to go through this real quick because there's something I want to get into. I didn't know this was a thing. Let's start here. So turkey and gravy, most of that can only survive between 2 to 4 days in your refrigerator. Now, if you're watching us on the YouTube channel, that's one network social network I want you to follow and subscribe to us as well. Because everything you hear on the DeaconLIve show here, we have a YouTube channel. We call it Under the Tent. So it's DeaconLIve Under the Tent, and you get to see all the stuff on my computer monitor in real time as I'm discussing it. So if you ever want, oh my God, what is he talking about? Or what's he, what kind of face is he making? Because we have like 15 cameras here in the studio. So all the action is captured at any given time. Now, back to my little description here. So turkey, whole turkey, cooked, and also gravy usually lasts anywhere from 2 to 4 days. Cranberry sauce, if people still eat that stuff, that'll last about 14 days. Stuffing, about 4 days, along with mashed potatoes, 4 to 5 days. Pumpkin pie, apple pie, all that stuff. Usually after about 3 or 4 days, that's gone. One thing that it puts on here, which is weird, it's wine, red or white, open bottles, only last from about 3 to 5 days. Now, I was watching I think it was the Kelly Clarkson show, because I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. And they were selling these gifts, and I'll get into last-minute Christmas gifts here at the end of the program, but Christmas gift where it was like a decanter. You know what a decanter is? No, Deacon, why don't you tell us? Well, a decanter is usually a vessel that you put alcohol in, so it's a little bit more shay to serve, and then you can seal it up and it'll be okay. It'll be reusable. Now they have a decanter out there that you can put, you pour your wine in, and then when you're done with your wine, it's got actually a vessel that you can pour your wine back into the bottle, and it keeps it all together. I don't know. Google search the Kelly Clarkson. I saw it this morning while I was cleaning up the kitchen and stuff, and I was like, oh my God, that's kind of cool. Now, getting high off of leftovers, I kind of misled you there. It's not really leftovers. There are a group of people. Now, there's a lot of group of people. Anything, like George Carlin says, anything that's engaged in 4 or more people has a magazine written about it. Walking. George Carlin makes the funny thing about there's a magazine called Walking. Look, Dick, put one foot in front of the other. Fucking walking. But there are different groups of people, beliefs, not necessarily religion, but just idealistic people out there that kind of do things a little bit different than the normal everyday activities that you and I do, or you might be part of this group. But anyways, for example, prime example is there's dirt eaters. And when I say dirt eaters, they actually eat dirt. I know, dirt eaters are out there. Now, some of these people actually have plots where they only eat that dirt from that plot in certain. Now, it doesn't happen like in downtown Orlando. Hey, get off my dirt lot. That's my breakfast. But there are people that actually will house it. And they're small third world cities, third world communities, third world towns here in the United States that actually will eat dirt. And they usually have like on their wedding day, here is the dirt, and they have a spoonful of dirt, and they'll eat it as believe me, look it up. It's a weird thing. And talking about a weird thing, there is a group of people out there Well, let me switch screens if you're watching this on YouTube. Why am I shortchanged here? So outside of the dirt eaters, there is a community of people who regularly eat raw meat, believing it is healthier, and being like our distant ancestors, they would have eaten the same thing. And there's a community within this that will consume what they call high meat. When I say high, like, marijuana high. This essentially is quote unquote rotten meat. It's called high because apparently it makes you feel a bit high when you eat it. Now, hold on. It's gonna be one of those shows, folks. High meat is the flesh of any animal that is allowed to decompose. Steve, this gentleman Steve, keeps portions of this sealed up for several weeks before he actually ingests them, airing them out every few days, just like sauerkraut, the bacteria in sauerkraut. It kind of eats, it's like yeast, it eats away at a certain part, and you have to kind of burp the bag and stuff, and then the fermentation destroys any kind of, botulism or the aromatics of it. But now, several have survived in this sealed meat, all the good, I guess, stuff. Now, Von der Splates is his name, says that he got high meat from its name. Hold on. Okay. Von der Splates says that he got high meat and its names from the Eskimo, who savory rotten caribou and seal. Now, a regular serving of decayed hearts or livers have a tremendous Viagra effect on the elderly. This is what the gentleman was telling the interviewer. The first few bites, though, can be really, really rough going. Quote unquote, I still have some resistance to it. Now, but the health benefits are tremendous. He says, I'm 52 now. I started when I was 42, and I feel like I'm in my 20s. So, the way I look at high meat eating is kind of like, and you're well, let me play this video. This is him eating it. This is him, Steve, eating 1-year-old rotten, what they call quote unquote high meat. Here we go.
All at once, just for you guys. Whatever I have left here. It's the oldest meat I've ever seen. It's gotten pretty dry now.
So he's got like a pickle jar full of some kind of meat. He doesn't tell what kind of meat it is, but it was raw meat at one time, and it's been sitting in there for over a year.
Because of how long it's been sitting there. Smells like acidic mushrooms.
Shitty mushrooms or city mushrooms? I don't know.
I'm gonna eat it all at once.
He's got a huge... It almost looks like pate. And he's got a huge, about the size of a Cheddar Bay Biscuits. Well, there goes that advertiser there, Deacon. No more Cheddar Bay Biscuits. It's about the size of a Cheddar Bay Biscuit, if not 2 Cheddar Bay Biscuits on a spoon, getting ready to shove the whole thing in his mouth.
There's too much. I can't even get it all in.
Yep, he's trying. So he's got a mouthful of Cheddar Bay Biscuits.
Well, very strong. Not bad.
Not bad.
Very strong.
So he puts the thing down. Now he's got...
That really goes in your throat. Big time.
So he's got a mouthful of this stuff. He's... Not that he's trying to puke.
Like eating chili. Fucking hell. Fuck.
It's nothing like eating chili. He's okay. He's getting it down. He's almost got it all swallowed. Kind of working it around. He's staring right at the camera, too.
It doesn't taste bad, but it's so spicy that you feel it here.
He's pointing at his neck.
That it's hard to swallow. Oh.
He's going to take another bite.
Go.
He's wiping his mouth. Okay. It's like he's eating cookie dough. All right, so that's him. That's Steve. And people go, "Oh my God, that's disgusting. That's all that stuff." But they talk about getting high, like getting high, the high meat and stuff. I think look at it back, or look to what we're doing today as a society. Think of all like the people are talking about your bacteria that are in your body, the kombucha that's out there, and everyone's making their own kombucha. And now I don't know what the formula is or anything, but what they're saying is they're putting all this bacteria back in your body. And what if this high meat, quote unquote high meat, that I say everyone, like it's big hit in New York there, Deacon, and California and LA are all eating high meat. But what if that society had, I mean, there's got to be some truth to it, as far as like the Eskimos are doing it up in the Eskimo valleys of Alaska. So the rancid meat, I guess, takes care of itself. And then the bacteria and stuff that forms on that meat, you eat it, and then it produces. The guy says he was 52. He's been doing it for 10 years, and he feels like he's 20-some-odd years old now. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's interesting. In theory, it would be interesting. I mean, Christ, they said that a man would never land on the moon, and I think we got a couple people up there. And when we come back, I'm going to give you I don't know. When we come back, I'm going to get into a lot more different things. That's not a stupid way. That's a stupid way to do that. Let's do it this way. I'm going to get into why I'm the old person and the different ways that we think about stuff as far as technology-wise. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. That's the best I got on that. Sorry. I didn't know where I was going to go after that. I was like, oh, God. I was watching that video. Oh, man. No. All right. Gross. Welcome back. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. Make sure you get your New Year's 2020 predictions in, and the way you do that is go to ProphetRadio.com. Click on the Be Heard section. I'm going to fix that to where it says Be Heard 2020 predictions, so look for that on the Prophet Radio website. Click on that. You get a chance to win a $100 wine voucher from our sponsor of NakedWines.com, and get those entries in before December 20th. 2019 is the cutoff date on that, and you can be heard on the New Year's Eve podcast live on the air when we do our New Year's Eve live show at the end of the year. Can I say that again? Now, I feel, Give us a call anytime at 407-448-8800. Text us live at any time at the Queen City Studio, located just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, in a beautiful little town we like to call Marshallville. Now, the other day, we were talking about throwing away bad food and going to the refrigerator and seeing what all that stuff is in there. And the other day, I was doing some work around the ranch, and I came in the house. We have outside coolers and walk-in refrigerators on the outside of the property, and then we have the inside, the normal household refrigerator, you know, the side-by-side or whatever you have. And I saw that my wife had some leftover sodas in the door of the refrigerator. You know how that has the little can spots where you kind of put them in there like logs, and you put them in there. And I was like going, ooh, I think I saw a Mountain Dew in there, a Diet Mountain Dew. Now, I'm not a big soda drinker, but for whatever reason, that day, the Mountain Dew looked good. So, and she had a couple other drinks in there from leftover from Thanksgiving when the kids were down and all that stuff. So I'm like, oh, so I'm doing something. I must have done like a load of laundry and stuff. And I just out of habit opened the door, reached into looked for the green and silver can and pulled it out. Now, I normally drink like a Diet Mountain Dew. One can of regular Mountain Dew with all the sugar in it, it's like 210 calories, if not more than that. So we always do the Diet Mountain Dew, and you can go round and round in circles about Diet Mountain Dew or diet sodas will kill you just as fast as the regular one does. But I didn't want that sugar crash. So I grabbed the soda out, wrapped my whole hand wrapped around the whole entire thing, and I'm gonna post these pictures up on the Facebook page. So make sure you follow that as well. And I cracked the thing open, and I took a sip, and took one more sip. You ever reached for something thinking it was one thing and then took a sip and it ended up being another thing, and your brain takes about 3 to 4 seconds to figure out what the fuck you just drank? For example, I went to go grab sweet tea one time and poured a glass of sweet tea and didn't realize that it was like bone broth or something that my wife put into the similar container. So I took a sip of this cold bone broth and I was like, this is not tea, this tea is bad. Oh my God, it's bone broth from whatever she made. Well, the drink that I ended up grabbing out of the refrigerator after I looked at the label was Walmart has their brand, Great Value, seltzer water. My wife drinks seltzer water like it's water. But there's a flavor called lime, and the can from like 1 inch from the lip all the way down about 1.5 inches down the lip looks like the top of a Mountain Dew can. So when they're sitting in the refrigerator door, they look at a glance like a Diet Mountain Dew can. So I grabbed it, opened it up, took two. I can't stand seltzer water. I can't stand it. It's like drinking seawater. You know, I'd rather eat high meat than drink seltzer water because it's like drinking the ocean. I feel so dehydrated after that. Anyway, so I took a picture. I'm like, what the fuck and shit, and God damn it, and I threw it on the floor. I didn't throw it on the floor because I'm the only one that could clean it up. So I took a drink of the seltzer water, and I just felt like an idiot. I felt like an idiot just out of habit, grabbing it, not looking at the label, but I did. Now, another thing, speaking of feeling like an idiot, holy mackerel, I feel so old right now. DeaconLIve has taken advantage of the the Cyber Monday sales. I told you we made a big purchase this past Cyber Monday, and it finally came in. I say it finally came in. Only took about 6 days, which is amazing that you can order something like this and have it delivered to your house within 6 days. We are now, the Deacon and the French here are the proud owners of a new LG flat screen TV. And, well, what does that mean, Deacon? Well, it's the new 4K flat screen TV. There's a part of our property that is, I say part of our property. Our house has a huge office space, and I wanted something real nice to watch movies, kind of like a movie or theater room. Not that extravagant, but for the most case, a nice theater room to sit there, away from the main part of the house, away from the kitchen, so we're not sitting there and cooking and eating and sitting right in front of the TV at the same time. So ordered one. Great, no problem. Now here at the French, we don't have satellite dish. We don't have. Did I switch these cameras over? Please tell me to. Yep. We don't have a satellite dish. We could get it, but we don't need it. We don't need it. Everything, everyone's cutting the cord. Everyone's dropping the dish. Cutting the cord, dropping the dish, and everyone's getting the live streaming because you get Hulu, Netflix. We have, actually here, we have a digital antenna. You can pick them up at Walmart for a good one for less than $50. And you just, it's a coax, the old school coax cable with the little copper wire in the center. You screw it on the thing, and you either run the wire out or run the thing outside of your house somewhere, but they're as flat as a piece of paper, the actual antenna. The only eyesore is the cable going from the TV out to the window or whatever. You can have it in the house, but usually out to the window to get a better signal outside. So my problem was I was not getting the scan for antenna channels on the LG TV screen. Went through this and went through that. Day number 2 comes around. I'm going back through it. I'm watching all the videos and how to connect everything. I realize I got a couple things that are not connected right with my new LG soundbar, and I'm driving myself crazy. Now my wife is working from home today, and I said, "Babe, look what we've done, and look what I've done, and I've gotten all this stuff." She's like, "Well, can I watch my news programs while I'm working?" I'm like, "Well, kinda." "What do you mean, kinda? Did you hook up the antenna?" "Yes, I hooked up the antenna." "Well, let's see. Maybe I can fix it." "Well, there's a problem." "Well, what's the problem?" We sat there for an hour and a half. She was going through. You ever done that where you've exhausted all the other click no, click yes, click no, click yes, and then your other partner comes in and says, "Well, let me try," and they do exactly the same thing that you're doing, and you're like, "Oh, no, I already did that. I already did that. I did that. No, you have to go back. No. It got to the point where she's like, "I'm pissed." I'm like, "Whoa, calm down. Babe, relax. No, why we spent all this money on this TV and I can't get a goddamn TV antenna?" It's a simple function because you think it's a simple function. You just connect the wire to the back of the TV. You tell the TV it's an antenna. The TV goes, "Oh, it's an antenna? Well, there's your signal." And then that's it. The TV has gotten so complicated in the process of me trying to figure out how to get the TV to scan for the digital antenna frequencies that are over the whatever, the atmosphere and stuff. It said, "Your Google Assistant has now been uploaded. Your whatever thing has now connected to the Wi-Fi. Make sure you enter your password. Where's your time zone? How many digital things do you have in your house? Do you want us to search for all your digital things in the house? We have discovered 4 things in your house. We have discovered 9 things in your house that are no digital. Do you want us to connect all these? Please download this." Now, and I'm sitting there, my brain's like going, what happened to the good old days of just plugging it in and putting the bunny ears up and going? Now, granted, I'm somewhat technologically, well, I consider myself a fancy guy with technology. But this TV, now it's a 2019 TV. I mean, it literally just came out. On the thing, it says made in May of 2019. So this new model that's come out is so new to me that, I mean, it was going through all this stuff, and I'm like let me just hook up my PlayStation, see if I can play my PlayStation. 'Cause of course, that's my only concern. Do I get a good picture on my PlayStation? So I hook it up. PlayStation 4 recognizes everything. They're talking back and forth to each other, the TV and the PlayStation. Do you want 4K? Yes, 4K. Do you want this? Make sure this picture, you dim this down and open this up and make sure your parameters are the same. Are you ready to go? Yeah, I'm ready to go. Boom, boom, boom. PlayStation's done. Great. Next thing, Fire Stick. My Fire Stick, which is cracked with Cody on it. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Because it's getting to the point where we're almost tired of the damn Cody stick. Oh, look, there's a movie out. And then you have to try to find one. It's all these friggin' cam videos in the friggin' theaters. Anyways, so Cody fixing Fire Stick this and Amazon this and everything. Do you want to link up your accounts? And I'm like, and all these screens are popping up and bloop, bloop, yes, bloop, continue, bloop, continue, boop, sign in, boop, password, boop, Wi-Fi password, boop, 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 boop. I just want the TV when it's on, and I screw the coax cable in the back of it for the antenna when I turn it on to go to input. Oh, no, you can't just go to input. You got to hold the input button down and then scroll with the motion thing. Have you seen these new TVs now? They've got the motion thing. Remember the Wii? Where'd that guy? That guy ended up nowhere. The Wii, Nintendo Wii, where you move the remote control around and there's actually a cursor that floats around on the screen. And you have to like kind of, you could tell how much coffee you had in the morning because sometimes you wanted to get right on the little next button and your hand's shaking, so the friggin' little cursor's shaking on the screen like it's having an epileptic fit, and you click on it and you're like, oh shit, I missed it, and you're like, and my wife's in the background going, really, you want some more coffee? I'm like, no, I'm fine, can you tell? You get it as close as you can, you move your hand around, your hand tenses up, you got cramps in your forearm, and you're trying to just click on the little icon. I just want the antenna to work. That's all I wanted. So guess what happened? Well, when we come back, I'll get into that here in just one sec. I got to take a breath because I'm getting ready to pass out. You're listening to DeaconLIve right here on ProphetRadio. I'll be right back.
Subscribe to DeaconLIve wherever you listen to podcasts. Search for DeaconLIve, and please give us a nice review.
Welcome back to DeaconLIve. My name is the Deacon. Give us a call at the station anytime at 407-448-8800. Text us live at any time at the Queen City Studio, located just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, in a beautiful little town we like to call Marshville. Make sure you get your entries in for your 2020 predictions for the upcoming year and get a chance to win a $100 wine voucher from from nakedwines.com. And the way you do that is get those entries in before December 20th and click on the Be Heard section of ProphetRadio and get those in. And a random listener will be chosen, and you can hear your predictions live on our New Year's Eve live show coming up in the next couple weeks. So now that I've relaxed, I'm calm. I'm okay. So, we were talking about, I just wanted to hook up an antenna to my new 2019 LG A1 4K TV that we bought from Amazon.com. Plug for them, send us the check later on. There were so many hoops and steps that I had to jump through to get it. My wife even said to me, as we're sitting there on the couch at each other's throat trying to figure out what's going on, said to me, well, where are the instructions? Where's the pamphlets, the leaflets and stuff that come with it? I'm like, oh, you don't get instructions with technology stuff anymore. They just give you pamphlets and literature that shows you what each button does, and then you've got to figure it out. Once you turn on the TV, it literally walks you through it. It does its own tutorial on the screen. She's like, well, that doesn't make any sense. I'm like, I know. When's the last time we bought a TV of this caliber? Well, I don't know what to do. And she's a technical nerd, technical geek, and she's searching online and doing the YouTube videos and stuff. And I'm like going, I hate to say it. I go, babe, I've already done that. But I didn't want to. Because she was getting ready to start her work for that day, and I didn't want her to be riled up. I said, you know what, babe? Most men don't ask for directions when they get lost. We have GPS now. Most men will not call any other guy to ask how to fix their car. They'll just do it. I said, you know what? I'm going to break down and call the 1-800 number for LG and see if I can get through. I'm already expecting a 4-hour wait on hold to get to some kind of customer care service. It's 2 weeks before Christmas. Needless to say, I'm gonna play a small clip of the video, and to hear the whole video or hear the whole conversation, go to the members only section of Prophet Radio. You can hear the whole conversation I had with this gentleman. And tell me what you think. I take back everything I said or thought to those people that are in call centers overseas that are quote unquote trying to help. He remained cool, calm, collective, Indian. I think it said his name was Dave. I'm like, okay, Dave. Step by step, one by one, click here, click there. I see this isn't working. This is the part that freaked me out the most. Do you mind if I take control of your TV? I said, now I know I'm old. Now I know I'm old when the person on the phone in some third world country eating high meat, raw rancid meat probably, says, can I take control of your TV in the middle of North Carolina while you're on the phone? I said, sure, buddy. What do I need to do? He said, click here, click here, click here. Give me the code on the bottom of the screen that says authorized user. I said, all right. So I'm clicking. Coffee, still morning coffee. It's like 8:30 in the morning. My hands jittering all over the place. Did I switch screens? I have to make sure I switch screens because it's kind of funny. So, morning coffee, trying to click on and click on and click on. It's got like one of those roller things on it where you can roll it and click and roll and click. Some of the your computer mouses have it. So I get to the part and it literally says on the screen, give this authorization code to the person that you have on the phone. I said, okay. All right. Dave? Yes, can I have the verification code? I know, I don't want to sound like that, but that's what he was. I said, the number is 252. Thank you very much. I'll get to what you're doing. Within 30 seconds, I could see my cursor moving around my TV screen. I saw him clicking here and doing the exact same thing that I already did, and then watch my wife already do. He's doing the same thing, and I'm on the phone with him still. Again, I'm like going, yep, I did that. Did that. Come to find out, because the TV is brand new, and because in a late night hurry to fix it and get it mounted to impress my wife so she could enjoy it when she came home from work, I skipped a couple steps. I did. I skipped a couple steps and I missed something. We reset the TV back to the factory, got it back up and running, and Dave from Kalamazoo, wherever Kalamazoo is, from the LG call center, got me up and running, and I appreciate it. So, problem converted is what I always say. It's never, averted. It's always converted. All right, when we come back, I'm going to dive into some of the shows that I've been watching on my new TV. Some of you were really, really excited about it, and I want to give my reviews on it. Stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back.
If you want to send any messages during this time, we'll play it back later. Radio website.
What are you talking about?
You can leave an actual voice, and then we play it live on the air. We can hear from you.
What?
You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio.
Welcome back to Deacon Live. My name is the Deacon. Give us a call anytime at 407-448-8800. Sorry, let me move this around. And you can text us anytime at that same number at 407-448-8800 if you have any questions about past podcasts that you've been listening to. I'm available 24/7, anytime, any time zone. Just like the LG, I almost said LGBT, the LG Life is Good company that helped me with my TV. And make sure you follow us on Twitter and all that stuff through ProphetRadio and get your 2020 predictions in for a chance to win a $100 wine voucher from nakedwines.com. Now, can you tell? I'm a little bit more relaxed now that I got that out of my system. Now, speaking of technology and getting old and just time passing you by and technology passing you by, there was a time where they were selling does anyone have an MP3 player anymore? The little MP3 players, the little small thing. It was about the size of like 2 pieces of Trident gum put together, and they had the little circle on it, and you could hold, I think they were like half a gig, and you could hold like maybe 60, 70 songs on it, depending on the length of the songs. Do you still have those around? Even if you have your old MP3 players around, the single ones, like I used to have one from Sony, and I bought the warranty on it, so anytime it took a dump on me or I dropped it in the water, they just replaced it with whatever the Best Buy did. Replace it with whatever one that replaced that one. And I went from like a 1 gig to a 5 gig to a 10 gig. But a lot of you guys out there have these old MP3 players laying around. Then what do you do with them? I mean, I would say there's a news article right here. I want you to look at us, watch this on the old Facebook, not the Facebook, sorry. Watch the YouTube channel, and the way you do that is go to Deacon or search for Deacon Live on YouTube, all one word. So if you have any of these and you don't use them anymore, the little small MP3 players, do someone a favor. If you want to make someone's life, you want to make someone happy this holiday season, and I'd like to thank Lola Mater for posting this, because this is awesome. If you have these old MP3 players laying around, fill them with music from the 30s, the 40s, and the 50s, that era of music, and donate it to your local nursing homes, because these people that are in these nursing homes, now granted, they're in the nursing homes because they're on their way, I hate to say on their way out. People in the nursing home, turn this down real quick so they're not listening. But there's literally like maybe a 3-generation gap depending on who's taking care of the person that needs taken care of. So with these old MP3 players, download some 30s and 40s and 50s music. Think about you laying on your deathbed, or laying in hospice, or laying in some kind of nursing home care, and they start playing Def Leppard. And, you could listen to Def Leppard again. You could listen to Fall Out Boys. You could listen to My Chemical Romance, Marilyn Manson, all these bands that shaped and created you and who you are. These people are the same way. Now, granted, they probably don't know what an MP3 player is, but for the most part, they understand what the music is. So download these, donate them to your local nursing homes. If you have a connection with them, that's great. And they can, just plug them in and hit play and let these people listen to them on a regular basis. So I'd like to thank Lola Mater for showing us that. That's great. That's a great idea. That's a great idea for the holidays. Now, an idea for the holidays is we have the Disney Plus. We were allowed to get Disney Plus. And one of the things that we watched on our Disney Plus, on our new LG TV, is this right here, if you're watching this on YouTube.
They said you were coming. They said you were the best in the parsec. Would you agree?
From the Star Wars universe comes a story.
Mandalorian, look outside. They are waiting for you.
Yeah? Good.
Mandalorian. Everyone's been waiting for the Mandalorian to come out. I think that's what was Disney Plus were really smart about pushing that and making it kind of like the flagship of their. Let me switch this real quick. Is the flagship of what kicks off the whole Disney Plus thing, because a lot of people want that extra stuff. Now, listen to me. I watched the first what they call 5 chapters. I've watched them. I enjoyed them, but you know, the first episode, the second episode, I was like going, all right, this is kind of cool. The third episode, I was like going, you know what? I didn't really. Third episode lost me. And I don't want to get into details. Spoiler alert, so if any of you guys just kind of fast forward on your podcast right now for the next minute or two, starting now. Boop. All right, they're gone. Spoilers. It's the same story. I've seen this story before. By the time I got into the third episode and the fourth episode, and the fifth episode, I've seen this story before. I've seen it in the 80s. I've seen it in the 90s. You know, struggling guy with struggling personal demons, personal problems, has a package, has a child, has something going on, and he bounces from town to town. And each town to town that he bounces to has a problem that he has the qualifications for to help them fix. For example, The Hitchhiker was a episode or was a show back in the early 80s, if not late 80s, where he went from town to town. A-Team is a prime example. A-Team, no matter where they went, can you help us? There's big bag people over there. We'd love to help you. And these 30-minute episodes are just these little campy shows that we've seen in the early 80s and into the mid-90s. These campy shows, they're not believable. Now, granted, they spent a lot of money on production. They spent a lot of money on the storyline. And the cinematography is great. The music's great. Everything is not really hokey done. But the storylines themselves, by the time I got into the fifth episode, I'm like going, okay, where does he go next? He goes to whatever's bait and tackle shop to help them reel in the big one that year. And that's the way the whole Mandolin story got to. And I was upset about it. I was like, oh yeah, all right. Now I'm not happy anymore. I'm not excited about it. I'll watch the next episode of MacGyver, or what's the other one where he jumps from time to time? Oh God. What's the one where he jumps from time to time and he ends up in a different body every time? Quantum Leap. There you go. Got it. But it's the same thing. It's the Quantum Leap show. Every time he shows up somewhere else, there's a problem or a situation that he's got to solve or resolve. And then he moves on. He can't. This would be a great place to live. Oh, we've got a backed up septic tank. Can you help us pump it out? Oh, all right. And he pumps it out and he goes, my job is done here. I must move on. And then he moves on to the next place that's got like bad electrical something going on. Anyways, that's the Mandalorian, and I think that's, I don't know, unless they change it a little bit, it's getting, like a TGIF type episode, must-watch TV type stuff. Yeah, that's what it's doing right now. So I'm just like, all right, got it. Not very exciting anymore. Now, granted, the storylines and everything are not the storylines. The production's very good anyway, so I'm going to get on to that. I know, I probably pissed off a bunch of people. Scratch that off. When we come back, are you ready for Christmas yet? If you're not, I'm going to get you ready for Christmas. So stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back.
Follow us on Facebook.
Sportos, Motorheads, Geeks, Sluts,
Keyword.
Buzz, Wave Stories,
Prophet
3D
Radio.
Dickheads, they on the door if they think he's a righteous dude.
Welcome back to Deacon Live. Give us a call anytime at the station at 407-448-8800. We are live from the Queen City studio located just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, a beautiful little town we like to call Marshville. Make sure you get your predictions in for 2020 and get a chance to win a $100 wine voucher from nakedwines.com. And the way you do that is go to ProphetRadio.com, click on the Be Heard section. When it opens up a microphone, you say, "Hey, Deacon, my prediction for 2020 is this." And we'll play all of your messages live on our New Year's Eve live podcast at the end of the year. Make sure everything is in by December 20th, 2019. All right. So, are you ready for Christmas yet? A lot of people aren't, and a lot of people are. And sometimes when you prepare for Christmas, you forgot about all the stuff that you were doing. No, that's not what I was saying. So with all the technology out there, a lot of you out there have purchased those Nest cameras, those privately owned, independent cameras. Hold on. What are you doing out there? Now, and speaking of cameras, I've got a camera here in the studio that looks at the front of the house, and I saw my wife outside letting the dogs out, so that's what I was yelling at. But some people will put cameras in, like the nurseries and the, what do they call them, baby monitors and things like that, just to watch their kids. Now, here's this one family. Get ready to be, I know it's Christmas time, but this is almost like a scene out of a Halloween movie. So listen to this. So this video that was obtained legally from NBC shows a child's room while a mysterious music starts playing from the Ring, the Ring camera that they have in the child's room, and the voice is being heard saying, "Hello there." During the clip, there's a voice that says, "I'm your best friend. I'm Santa Claus." Another clip shows the voice encouraging the child to destroy her room. "You can do whatever you want right now," the voice says. "And you can mess up your room and you can break your TV." Ashley LeMay and her husband decided to disable the Ring camera. I did exactly opposite of adding another security measure. I did it to, well, all right. I just wanted to add another security measure to our household. So here, if you're watching this on the YouTube channel, make sure I got the right video up. Yep. If you're watching this on the YouTube channel, I'll blow this up a little bit so you can see it. So as you can see, the little girl's in a room, and this is from, they always, the Ring cameras always have a Ring.com watermark on their camera so you can tell what it is. Now listen to this. It gets kind of creepy. You ready? Here we go.
Who is that? I'm your best friend. I'm Santa Claus. I'm Santa Claus. Don't you want to be my best friend?
So that's a voice coming out of the Ring camera. Someone has hacked into the girl's Ring camera or the family's Ring camera and was talking to her through the Ring camera. That's what you can do. And that's very, very scary that can happen. So I don't know if there's lawsuits or anything that are going out there towards the Ring.com company, but yeah, they're looking into it as far as the voice or companies or people are being hacked or hacking into the Ring cameras. So if you got stock in Ring, go ahead and drop that right now before this gets out and they completely find out what's going on with it. Have you gotten everyone their last minute gifts? Now, when I say last minute gifts, do you do the stockings? Do you do all that stuff? Well, here's something, if you're looking for just a small, quick thing to get for your last minute gifts. And you're getting ready to go to what do they call it? An ugly sweater party? Well, Popeyes has now released their own Popeyes chicken sandwich sweater to compete for the ugliest sweater contest, whatever Christmas thing that you're going to. Here it is right here. It's dazzled in orange and white with the Popeyes logo right through the middle, along with the chicken sandwiches and some Christmas trees and snowflakes on it, for about $44.95. The price that normally would have cost you to buy 14 sandwiches and some change for some fries. Either one you can have, depending on your value, is to get this sweater for your family and friends, especially those that I think suffered through or tried to get the chicken sandwich. So here's an idea. Popeyes is promoting this as an ugly sweater contest. I think they should promote this as, if you had the sandwich, I had it, I made it, I got it. And promote this sweater for the holidays, because it sold out multiple times, and the droughts have been fueled by demand and hunger. In May 2019, the chicken sandwich wars were started and also ended in that same month. Now, I think that Popeye should have geared this sweatshirt for I got one and I survived. Not that I survived, but I got one. So I think there's a gift for you if you want to go to Popeyes.com and get their Popeye sweater. You can see it right here. Very nice. I don't know how warm it's going to keep you. What if it smelled like, if they if they made all these in a Popeyes? You know how Popeyes has that smell? Maybe it'll attract a bunch of, I don't know, people. But yeah, there's the Popeyes sweater. All right, one more thing before I let you go. Do you remember what you asked for Christmas last year? Do you remember what you asked for 2 years ago, 3 years ago? But if you don't, that's fine. But everyone remembers what they asked for when they were a child and did or did not get. Now, do you remember the whole Sears? Some of you might be dated. Some of you might remember or might not remember. You were waiting for the old Sears catalog to come in. The Sears Wish catalog that came out all the way back in the 1930s, and then it discontinued, I think, in 2004 when everything went online. Now, if you don't remember, if you lived in that span, all our listeners, hopefully, who were living during that span, a lot of times when you didn't know what to look for, there was no internet, of course, the Sears Wish catalog would come out, and you would look through and scroll through all the toys and stuff. Now, as for nostalgic purposes, or just to see what you forgot that you wished for and you never got, and then, of course, age catches up with you, and you're like, "Well, Mom, you never bought me my Barbie this, or my G.I. Joe this, or my tricycle this, or my 10-speed this." There's a website that has every single Wish catalog that Sears ever put out. Now, I want you to write this down. It is wishbooksweb.com. That's wishbookweb.com. and you can see all the Sears Christmas wish book catalogs that are online dating all the way back from the 1930s. So you can remember all the toys that you asked for and didn't get, or all the toys that you got and didn't ask for in that sentence. But yeah, there's a website called wishbookweb.com, and I think /catalogs or something like that. And it gives all the old Sears catalogs and what people were buying and what people wanted at the time, but from all the way from the 1930s to the present time, or when the last time they posted it. So it's kind of interesting to look back through those and see what was popular during time eras, and interesting for that as well. Now, one more thing before I let you go. I know my wife can't hear me right now because for most of the time she's got those Bluetooth things in her ears, and she's listening to like murder podcasts and stuff. And one more thing before I let you go. I'd like to thank all you guys for listening to us and being a part of DeaconLIve for this whole entire year of 2019. We've been doing this since 2015, I believe. And our shows get better and better because of you guys. And I'd like to thank each and every one of you. What I want you to do right now is go to ProphetRadio.com, click on the Be Heard section, get a chance to win a $100 wine voucher from NakedWines.com. Delivery is included on that, by the way, when you order from them. And I want you to leave us a 2020 prediction that we're going to play on the New Year's Eve live show coming up here in the next couple weeks. Get your entries in before December 20th, and everything will be played on our New Year's Eve live show coming up. On behalf of everyone that has posted on our Facebook page, all the great articles that people have sent me, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for listening to us. I'll let you get back to what you got to do. My name is the Deacon saying goodnight and goodbye.
Oh no. Wait! Come back!
The absolute end.
Écoute-moi.